Hello. I am pleased to introduce Group 6's project proposal for the Frameworks for Analyzing Healthcare Markets course. We will walk through our project's executive summary, analysis of the market, frameworks and stakeholders, as well as our proposed change. As indicated in the project title, we focused our attention on the state of Maryland's post-acute care skilled nursing facility market, also known as SNFs, and the current bottleneck this market faces. We propose utilizing home health with telehealth services to disrupt this market. I will now provide the executive summary to explain further why we chose this market and how we intend to execute our project. The top three boxes display metrics showcasing the powerful economic presence that the post-acute market, particularly SNFs, has in the United States. The post-acute revenue share in the US is an estimated $300 billion, with 40% made up of SNFs. Maryland itself has over 225 SNFs in its market. However, even with this large economic presence, the size of the SNF market in Maryland is not adequate to keep up with the aging population. The number of adults over age 65 is expected to double by 2050, and many of them will require post-acute care in their lifetimes. To address the bottleneck caused by patients needing care but not having enough SNFs to provide the care, our group proposes developing a robust home health program inclusive of telehealth. The frameworks used to analyze this proposal are quality of care and cultural competence, ensuring that patients' humanity is prioritized above all else. Additionally, we analyzed the proposal from Grossman's economic framework. The stakeholders in this project include Maryland SNF providers and Maryland Medicaid consumers. This proposal is in alignment with CMS's 2023 National Quality Strategy goals. I will now turn it over to Jake to discuss the analysis of the market change.
Thank you, Megan. We're in the midst of a transformative shift in the post-acute healthcare market, driven by population trends and technological innovation. Population growth projections indicate a doubling of US adults over the age of 65 in the next 2 decades, with over 39% of those requiring long-term care. In sync with national trends, Maryland faces potential shortages in skilled nursing facilities and the staff to accommodate the growing elderly population. The skilled nursing facility shortages pose a risk to patient care. Telehealth emerges as a disruptive innovation, combining rehabilitation services with home health care to enhance patient care, improve throughput, reduce costs, and enhance access. Studies indicate higher patient satisfaction with telehealth appointments compared to in-person visits. Telehealth can decrease post-acute care costs, but comprehensive program development is essential to maintain quality outcomes. As Medicaid contributes almost 65% to Maryland nursing home payments, skilled nursing facilities face pricing challenges tied to market dynamics, government regulations, and reimbursement rates. Implementing a robust telehealth and home health program promises improved quality outcomes, better healthcare access, reduced costs, and decreased reliance on skilled nursing facilities, which will alleviate the burden on the market. And now Heather will discuss our frameworks.
Thank you, Jake. According to our NETS ETAL 2020, the quadruple aim is a framework to optimize healthcare system performance and encompasses reducing costs, improving population health and patient experience, and the overall healthcare team well-being. Addressing these components will overall improve organizational efficiency and allow organizations to meet the ever-increasing productivity demands by removing the bottleneck to throughput throughout the continuum of care. The quadruple aim is supported by the CMS 2023 National Quality Strategy goals, and our proposal addresses all 4 components of the quadruple aim, primarily through the application of 2 conceptual frameworks and 1 economic framework in the post-acute care setting. To begin, we'll review the quality of care framework with 3 primary measures: 30-day readmission rates, 30-day mortality rates, and functional status outcomes. Studies show that with the inclusion of telehealth, these measures are met, if not exceeded, by home health with telehealth as compared to skilled nursing facilities. When it comes to cultural competency, as a second conceptual framework, we want to focus on linguistic, geographical, cultural, and socioeconomic factors. Specifically, the main benefit of telehealth is improved access to healthcare. In a state such as Maryland, where almost 75% is rural, it's essential to have these services available to those that cannot travel to a facility or do not have a facility nearby. In addition, multiple languages being afforded to our patients will allow them to have a decreased adverse perception of healthcare, as well as the ability to understand the cultural nuances of each patient. In terms of the economic framework application of Grossman's, what we want to focus on is that good health is the best wealth. This is really essential as patients are really not focused on the services that are offered, but the good health that can be provided. And as we've shown today, the health with home health with telehealth is as good, if not better, than the health outcomes that are received in skilled nursing facilities. And now to Bahawa to discuss stakeholders.
Thank you. Okay, so the first stakeholder is Maryland SNFs provider, and their primary concerns would be increased competition and reduced reimbursement, which would be an impact of the Medicaid reimbursement procedure, then increased regulatory burden, which would be a cost increase on their hand. Maryland Medicaid would be increased cost, reduced quality of care, and increased access to care. Next, we'll go to Brandon with the recommendations.
Thank you, Baha. Over the past several years, we can see the trend of increased use of home health networks and decreased use of skilled nursing facilities and post-acute care. The COVID pandemic led to a buildup of infrastructure that could support a productive and reliable telehealth system and increase its utilization. Over the next 10 years, the utilization of home health networks is predicted to increase by 15%, while the utilization of skilled nursing facilities is predicted to decrease by that 15%. The continued development and expansion of a robust home health telehealth system will make sure this transition goes smoothly. There are several data points we can look at moving forward to move from a qualitative to a quantitative prediction. Knowing the volume of inpatients waiting for SNF beds and their average length of stay can give us insights on where skilled nursing facilities are falling short when it comes to patient care and causing unnecessary increased costs. Also, comparative data like that listed in the slide will give us a snapshot of the performance of telehealth service in comparison to skilled nursing facilities. It will further tell us its ability to currently provide quality healthcare and service to the customer. This can further inform on the likelihood of patient utilization, repeated use of service, and the growth potential of telehealth healthcare within the post-acute care market. This data can also direct leaders on how to further improve telehealth services and what guidelines to create when discharging patients between either skilled nursing facilities or home health telehealth care. We also want to think going forward on how to conduct business with humanity. Shifting the post-acute care market towards greater use of telehealth will increase access of healthcare in general. Our goal is to decrease limitations to healthcare access based on geography and economics. Not needing physical rooms with all the supporting services will keep healthcare costs low, which further benefits wider access to care. Widening access will also mitigate historical systems of discrimination that have been put in place for healthcare services. There are also opportunities within certain aspects of telehealth services to improve patient outcomes with the ability to reduce the spread of nosocomial infections for patients that stay in post-acute care facilities, and with reduced stress by patients receiving care at home around friends and family. Now to Baha for Porter Spy Forces.
So now we'll look at what the competitive landscape looks like. We'll go over the supplier power, which is moderate, relying on various suppliers, including technology companies, medical equipment providers, as well as healthcare personnel. Then the threat of new entry is high because telehealth market is rapidly evolving, making it easier. Then the buyer power is high because the payers such as Medicaid have significant bargaining power due to their control over the reimbursement rates. Then the threat of substitutes is moderate. Other forms of post-acute care, such as assisted living facilities as well as adult daycares. Then competitive rivalry here is high because competition among existing SNFs, healthcare agencies, and telehealth providers is intense. Overall, replacing SNFs with combining home health with telehealth in Maryland faces both opportunities and challenges. The threat of new entrants and substitute is high, while bargaining power of supplier is moderate. The key success factors of cost effectiveness, improved quality of care, and patient satisfaction would be maintained. Additionally, addressing regulatory burden and building trust with patients as well as healthcare providers is essential. And thank you very much. Any questions?